Hi, this is Jen and Brian, and we're solution consultants with Quest, and we're here today to talk about Microsoft Copilot for Security, which is a generative AI analysis tool that takes in natural language input and returns appropriate responses in a variety of formats such as natural language, images, or code. So with this AI-powered cloud-based security analysis tool, you'll be able to quickly respond to threats, process signals, and assess risk exposure.
Yeah, Jen, the goal of Copilot is to empower people to be more efficient and effective, allowing them to be more productive throughout their daily tasks.
That's right. So by leveraging the Microsoft Copilot for Security and Quest Security Guardian, your organization can simplify how to detect, investigate, and respond to security threats in Active Directory. In February, we announced our partnership with Microsoft Copilot and the Security Guardian plugin. This plugin is scheduled for general availability in fall of 2024. And with this integration, we'll enhance forensic analysis and enable quick identification and mitigation of threats while proactively preventing future incidents. This Better Together plugin is centered around enhancing security and providing guidance specific to your organization's security. So we'll demonstrate a scenario using Quest Security Guardian plugin for Microsoft Copilot for Security. We'll show how an IT analyst can identify, analyze, and remediate exposures related to a potential account compromise. This will include investigating the compromised account, understanding the potential attack activities, and how to remediate those findings.
That sounds great, Jen, but what are the requirements for it first?
Good question. So this image shows the two requirements, the first being forwarding Security Guardian logs to the Microsoft Sentinel for analysis. The second would require Copilot for Security to be configured within the organization. This would allow to integrate with the Quest Security Guardian plugin.
So does that mean we start in on-demand?
That's exactly right. So to set up this integration, we'll require an on-demand administrator to navigate to the Quest on-demand platform, and from the Security Guardian settings page, add the forwarding destination to Microsoft Sentinel. And to configure this, we'll require a workspace ID and the shared key. Once the forwarding is set up, the next step would be to enable the Security Guardian plugin within the environment.
Let me show you how that works. Here we are inside of Security Copilot. The URL for that is securitycopilot.microsoft.com. And you'll notice down here at the bottom, we have a prompt bar. Off to the right-hand side, we'll click on this icon over here for sources. And you'll notice that we have a whole bunch of plugins that we can add into the Copilot for Security environment. As we scroll down, you'll see our Quest Security Guardian plugin. And if you click on the gear icon, you'll be able to see the required information that you need to add in to make the plugin work. You'll need your tenant ID, your Azure subscription ID, Azure resource group name, as well as your Sentinel workspace name. Once you have that all completed, we'll scroll back down and we want to make sure that our plugin is turned on. Once that's done, we can start using prompts.
Easy enough, but what's a prompt, Brian?
Well, Jen, in this prompt bar, we can either type a sentence that we want answered or question and have Copilot answer it for us. We can also build out prompt books, which a prompt book is a set of prompts that run in a specific sequence automatically. You can have as many or as little prompts as you want. As well as we do system capabilities or skills as well that are built into the plugin that allow you to choose a skill and it will run a prompt for you in that capability as well. In the prompt books, I've created a preventative AD exposure management demo that I'm going to run today. And you'll see once we click on that prompt book that we have 4 different prompts that'll run in a sequence here. And we're going to submit that prompt book. Once we submit the prompt book, it'll start with our first prompt. Today we're going to be doing a prioritized list of vulnerabilities that exist in Active Directory using our Security Guardian plugin. Once the prompt starts running, it's going to choose our plugin first, and then it'll process the request and prepare a response. The next prompt won't run until it finishes the response for the first prompt that we've run in the prompt book. As you can see, we get information about user accounts with unconstrained delegation, user accounts with non-default primary group IDs, user accounts with non-default primary groups, and so on and so forth. As we scroll down to our second prompt, we use Security Guardian plugin to show us the top 3 associated active hygiene findings for these vulnerabilities, prioritized by risk, and the number of instances in the Active Directory. Again, we see the Security Guardian plugin get chosen. It processes that request and then prepares a response. We can see that it gives us some information about Bob Loboff, a service RMAT account, as well as another account called S-Helper. We then come down to our third response. And this prompt, we're going to show a table that we can share with all the other security team members. We'll see it chooses its plugin, and it starts to summarize the data. Once it prepares a response, we'll see a table built out that we can then export out to Excel and ship it off to our different security teams. Finally, on our last prompt here, we ask, what can we do to remediate these priority 1 hygiene findings? And our tool is going to go out and it's going to find those remediation steps and give them to us. Once the prompt book is finished, we have the ability to pin any of these prompts and responses to our pin board, as well as we can check the entire prompt book and pin the entire thing to the pin board, giving us a summary of everything that was given to us by Copilot. It will take a few minutes here to summarize the session. And then once you have that pin board up, you can jump into My Sessions, make this available to yourself or others, and really see a summary of what's going on in the environment for those hygiene findings. And that's pretty much Security Copilot.
Very cool. This Better Together plugin really is centered around enhancing security and providing guidance specific to our organization's security. Great. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Jen.